Hi everyone, I'm Noelle, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about preparing for baby early, or maybe even overly preparing for baby early. This is a topic that is really important to me, and I've gotten quite a few questions about it over the years. When I started YouTube last year, I believe, I began with a series called Intentional Pregnancy, and it was based on a book I was writing at the time. And in that book and in that series, I talked a lot about the different ways that I was preparing to be a mother, even though we weren't trying to conceive yet. And, some of them were just practical ways, like getting experience, and I was working in the childcare field and babysitting and nannying and all this stuff. But part of it was also buying baby things, going shopping, collecting those practical items. And I got a bit of critical feedback at that point, and I've also gotten some critical feedback even in the last few weeks of early pregnancy, saying, you really shouldn't be buying baby stuff early, and just all these little thoughts. And I genuinely appreciate people's thoughts, and I do believe that if anybody personally feels that they can't handle having baby stuff around before getting pregnant, while trying, or during early pregnancy, I do not believe that they should have that stuff around. I think it's a completely personal, individual choice, and it's up to you to decide. But for me, I had thought about it, and I think people thought I was a little bit naive and, didn't understand loss, or I'm not sure, exactly their reasoning, but I am very aware of the possibility of loss, and probably more aware than most people who are experiencing their first pregnancy. And while I have not experienced loss personally yet, I am still very aware of it and how it would potentially affect me. And that's not to say that having preparations for baby and baby stuff around would not be difficult, because it would be very difficult. But I am a planner. I am a preparer. I need to feel prepared. This is a topic that I kind of found a kindred spirit in. Before I started YouTube, I watched several YouTubers. Missy Landing was one of them, Heidi Kim is another, women who had experienced stillbirth and miscarriage and had some very deep thoughts on this subject. And particularly Heidi Kim. I will link her channel below. You really, really should check her out. She is amazing, and she has very comprehensive playlists of pregnancy and loss and all kinds of stuff. So definitely check her out. But when I was watching her videos, I found her later on, and so I was binge watching all of her past videos. When she got pregnant with her rainbow baby, she talked a lot in her pregnancy vlogs and her baby buys vlogs about preparing early, and how she regretted not having a nursery set up when she had her first child, which was stillborn, not having a room to put away, not having been prepared enough, and she was just going through all of these thoughts. And I remember watching that going, I get that. I get that. I would feel so awful if I went into labor early and had a child, whether they were alive or not, and didn't have everything ready for them. I completely understand where she's coming from on that. And so in her rainbow baby pregnancy, she ended up buying a crib mattress I think by 7 weeks. By 10 weeks, she had her birth plan completed, or at least started, and I'm pretty sure she had her hospital bag by like 15 or 20 weeks. And I was always thinking when I watched that, I'm probably going to be very similar to that. Now, birth plan wise, I can't really have much of a birth plan because I'm going to have a medically necessary C-section. And the hospital bag, I probably won't pack till maybe around 20 weeks. That probably sounds good to me. But preparations for baby, I definitely feel like there needs to be, I need to have the baby stuff, I need to have the necessities, I need to have everything ready. And I am trying so hard to not run out and buy a crib mattress and car seats right away. But I understand that need. And so when people, you know, kind of in the last few weeks, the early weeks of pregnancy, have been like, why are you buying all this stuff and everything? I'm like, well, why not? You know, because I get all of the reasonings and all of that. My main reason is to save money. So like, you know, before we tried to conceive, I pretty much stuck to clothes, toys, things that would last, cloth diapers, things that I could store, and that I could easily give away or pass on if we, for some reason, did not use them. And I tried to hold off on things like pacifiers, teethers, bottles, things like that. Now as my pregnancy progresses, I do feel okay with buying some of those things, and I have gotten a couple. And like I was trying to hold off on bottles, but I had a huge Amazon rewards credits, and so I went ahead and got them all for free. So, you know, little things like that are my main reasoning, but at the same time, there is the psychological pull of I need to be prepared. I mean, I need to have preemie clothes, newborn clothes, 0 to 3 months. I need to have clothes, blankets, bottles, you know, I need to have supplies, because I'm not the type of person that could just run out to the store and pick up whatever, or especially not the type of person that is going to buy everything in the last 3 months or get a whole bunch of stuff at a baby shower. So all that to say, I want people to understand that I do have this mindset of needing to be prepared and have a place for the baby to come home, and I need to have it early. And I'm not the only one that feels this way. This is something that other people feel. And, you know, it's not something that everybody needs to feel. You definitely don't need to have everything by 20 weeks, but it is something that's important to me. And so as you watch my videos and see all the baby buys and say, oh my goodness, what is this lady's problem? That's kind of a little explanation of just why I just need to be prepared. I need to have my charts. I have had actually for months now, I have been printing out baby registry lists and marking out things that I need and things that I don't need, and what I have and what I don't want. And that's just who I am. I am a planner, a preparer, a list maker, a pros and cons person. I am just that type of person. So that's a little bit into my psychology and why I am so, why it's so important to me to prepare early. So if you have been an early preparer, please share in the comments below what you did to prepare early and feel confident that you had things ready for your baby in advance. Let me know in the comments below, and thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye. And then I also restocked on peppermint